Ukraine's tiny drones humiliate Russia, crippling Crimea command in $55 million strike. Today, Ukraine did not rush to the battlefield, it waited. Along a quiet stretch of the Crimean coast, a narrow opening appeared, and within seconds it was exploited with precision that reshaped control in southern Crimea. What followed was not a mass assault, but a calculated strike against Russia's coastal command spine. Using systems measured in thousands of dollars to disable assets valued in the tens of millions. By the time Russian forces fully understood the scope of the attack, their sensors, jammers, and coordination hub were already failing. Ukraine seized control of the engagement's tempo, while Russia absorbed losses assessed at roughly $55 million. To understand how this unfolded, the story must begin from the first movement offshore. At 5:30 AM, dawn draped a pale gold light across the Crimean coastline. Seaside villas overlooking the water stood silent, their windows dark, their appearance carefully ordinary. Far offshore, barely disturbing the surface, a Ukrainian Crate 5-7 unmanned surface vessel moved slowly along the waterline. Valued at approximately $100,000, the craft was built for one purpose: to exist just below the threshold of attention, blending into wave clutter and coastal noise. Inside its hull, the Crate 5-7 carried 8 OSA X-FPV drones. Each drone costs between $8 and $100, small enough to appear almost disposable when compared to the systems guarding the coast. Alongside them were two more specialized assets. One was an R-17 Sea Spear micro-missile priced at about $12,000 and engineered specifically to disable radar antennas rather than demolish entire installations. The other was an Aquila 9 Recon mini jet, valued at nearly $40,000, equipped with thermal sensors and signals collection capability, already scanning the coastline for emissions, movement, and radio traffic. On shore, there were no alarms. No patrols moved. The only warning was the sunrise itself. As first light spread across the water, it revealed shapes that Russian systems had not yet classified as hostile. Minutes after dawn, Russian Coastal Command detected an unusual low-altitude signature drifting near the shoreline. In response, a Mi-8 AMT helicopter lifted off from a nearby base. Valued at roughly $12 million, the aircraft was configured for reconnaissance and light attack. Flying low over the water, the crew approached the suspected contact and fired warning rockets into the sea, each impact throwing up sharp white plumes meant to flush out hidden threats. The Ukrainian response was immediate and deliberate. 2 OSA-X drones surged upward from the mist and deployed flare decoys, costing about $200 each. The sudden bursts of false heat pulled the rockets off course, scattering them harmlessly across the surface. Along the cliffs, a Spetsnaz patrol spotted movement. The Aquila 9 Recon jet sliced between the rocks, moving fast and low, its narrow profile barely visible against the stone. A sniper raised an anti-drone rifle, a system costing roughly $25,000, and fired an electromagnetic pulse intended to disable the jet's electronics. The Aquila reacted instantly, diving hard and skimming so close to the cliff face that stone dust trailed behind it. The shot missed by inches. Even while evading, the mini-jet continued transmitting. Radar sweeps, helicopter telemetry, and encrypted Russian radio traffic streamed back to the Crate 5-7 offshore. The exchange lasted only seconds, but it served its purpose. Russian systems were awake, active, and revealing their positions. As the warning shots faded, Russian forces escalated. Inland, operators powered up a Zoopark 1M radar system. Valued at approximately $30 million, the Zoopark is primarily designed for counter-battery roles, but in auxiliary modes it can track fast, low-flying objects near the coast. Its phased array swept the area, and within seconds, it locked onto one OSA-X drone skimming the surface. Inside the control cabin, a confirmation tone signaled a successful track. That tone was the trigger Ukraine had been waiting for. Offshore, the Crate 5-7 received the lock-on alert. A hatch snapped open, and the R-17 Sea Spear micro-missile launched. Hugging the water, it flew low until the final moment, then climbed just enough to align with the zoo park's auxiliary antenna. 40 milliseconds later, the missile struck. The antenna shattered into burning fragments. Inside the radar cabin, displays flickered and went dark as the processor dumped power. For the next 40 seconds, the Zoopark 1M was effectively blind, losing roughly 70% of its scanning capability. A $12,000 missile had neutralized a system worth tens of millions. Russia responded with force. A Su-25SM ground attack aircraft, valued at about $11 million, roared off a nearby runway and swept low along the shoreline. Switching to thermal imaging, the pilot searched for heat signatures. He found none. The OSA-X drones dropped to roughly 15 feet above the water, using the cliffs to mask their movement and slipping into optical blind zones. At the same time, Ukrainian intelligence units intercepted Russian communications. Amid scrambled orders and emergency codes, one phrase stood out: Coordination Center. Analysts traced the transmission to a seaside villa that appeared civilian from the outside. It was not a residence. It was a command node for Russia's FPV drone operations in southern Crimea, a disguised nerve center directing strikes across the front. The engagement shifted instantly. What had begun as a probing contact became a strike against the command infrastructure. Inside the villa complex, Russian technicians activated 6 Borisogledsk-2 jammers. Each unit, valued at roughly $11 million, was designed to disrupt GPS and control links over wide areas. As antennas rotated and cooling systems roared, a wave of jamming rolled outward across several kilometers of coast. The OSA-X drones felt it immediately. Telemetry stuttered. 3 drones briefly lost GPS and uplink for less than a second. Their onboard inertial navigation systems took over. 2 stabilized instantly. The third clipped the cliff face, lost its forward camera, but remained airborne using internal gyros and stored trajectory data. Above the coast, the Su-25SM returned and fired a salvo of S-13 unguided rockets, each costing about $6,000, into suspected launch areas. The impacts churned the sea, close enough to shake the Crate 5-7, but not enough to expose it. Then a Spetsnaz sniper scored a hit. One damaged OSA-X drone took a round through its tail motor, spiraled out of control, and crashed into the water. Ukraine lost its first drone of the operation. The probing phase was over. Offshore, the Crate Viv-7 altered its electronic signature to mimic a Russian patrol craft, briefly opening a corridor in the radar picture. The remaining 7 OSA-X drones reorganized into a 3-tier phantom mesh formation. 2 skimmed inches above the sea surface. 2 hugged the cliff shadows. 3 climbed higher to map thermal and radar blind spots. This was no longer a swarm. It was a coordinated lattice designed to survive interception. Russia sensed the shift. A Su-30SM interceptor, valued at approximately $50 million, launched to establish overwatch. On the ground, a Tiger armored vehicle, worth about $1 million, rolled into position near the villa entrance, its thermal optics scanning the rocks and shoreline. A Pantsir S-2 air defense system engaged next, firing a $160,000 missile at what appeared to be a fast-moving target. The missile detonated in open air. The target was a decoy signature projected by the Crate V-7. Moments later, the Su-30SM fired an R-73 short-range missile, valued at roughly $300,000, at one of the higher drones. The drone dove sharply. The missile lost lock and vanished into the horizon. The lattice collapsed inward. The remaining 7 OSA-X drones accelerated simultaneously, splitting into multiple vectors. The operator offshore issued no further commands. The system executed the plan autonomously. The first drone struck the Tiger armored vehicle, destroying its sensor mount and blinding it. 2 more drones penetrated the villa roof through a narrow structural gap and detonated inside the electronic warfare room. Multiple Borisoglepsk 2 units went offline instantly, their electronics reduced to twisted metal and scorched cabling. At this stage of the engagement, Russia's confirmed losses included a disabled Zoopark 1M radar, several incapacitated Borisoglepsk 2 jammers, expended air defense missiles, and a disabled armored vehicle, bringing total damage close to $55 million. Another OSA-X drone deployed a $1,000 thermoflare pod, flooding the sky with false heat and breaking the Su-30SM's Seeker lock. For the first time that morning, Russia's layered defenses, air, ground and electronic, failed simultaneously. With coastal radar blind for roughly 4 minutes, Ukraine exploited the gap. Russian FPV coordination from the villa ceased, delaying planned drone operations for weeks. Patrol boats withdrew farther offshore, uncertain of what else might be concealed along the coast. Smoke drifted inland as firefighters moved through the damaged compound. By late morning, the exchange had ended, and the coastline fell quiet again. Ukraine had lost 1 low-cost drone. Russia had lost control of a critical coastal command node and absorbed losses assessed at roughly $55 million. As the smoke thinned along the shoreline, a broader question remained. When systems costing a few dollars can dismantle networks worth millions, what does that mean for the future of coastal warfare? And who ultimately pays the price when control shifts faster than defenses can adapt? Share your thoughts below.